with your players, do you have to treat anything differently, or do you just try to keep it as a regular game day?
Well, you keep it a regular game day, but everybody's antennas up, and if you ask to have a meeting, people are a little bit nervous why you're having a meeting, so you keep it pretty much minimum. But it's nerve-wracking for players, especially teams that are on the bubble or players that are on the bubble. You hear all the stories leading up, and this is a close-knit group, so nobody really wants to leave the group, and they understand the workings of the NHL, but nobody wants to leave this group right now. So I think everybody, the players and coaches are included. Just if there's nothing happens, we're okay with that, and we'll continue to move on and try to keep playing well.
So you come into Nashville without Connor McDavid, a nervous day. How do you keep everyone focused on playing almost perfect to beat this team without that player?
Well, I don't think we played very well against Anaheim, and a lot of that was the way Anaheim played us. So I think every player here knows that we've got to pick it up. We talked about this before. We need your best, and we're going to need other people chipping in, but we're going to have to play better than we did at Anaheim. I thought for the first time in a long time our puck support wasn't what it was, and if you don't have good puck support in this building, they overwhelm you with pressure. And I think the worst thing that could happen to us was them losing here at home the last game. That got their antenna up. So I would say the first 10 minutes in this building is going to be a real challenge for us.
Ken, I know you've spoken a little bit about Sam Gagner, but what has his addition meant to this team?
Well, you can't teach hockey sense. He's got good hockey sense. So when you have a lot of smart players, they make players around them even smarter, and that's what Sam's done. Is he's augmented smart play. I mean, he's scored in both games, which has really helped us. He's chipped in areas that we haven't got any production from. That secondary scoring, he's helped us there. But more important, he's managed the game properly. So you just know late in games he's going to do the right thing. He's going to be in the right spot. Their line struggled for 2 periods, and then when the game was on, they played a great third period. So it's in him, and I think guys like playing with him because they know he's going to be in the right place all the time.
Given that he spent a lot of time in the AHL this year, has anything surprised you about the way he's been able to kind of step in?
I didn't really know him as a player, to be honest with you, because I hadn't, you only play the team a couple of times a year. I didn't know him that much, but he's a real smart guy, and he's smart in the right areas. He comes here, he plays right wing, and then we get ourselves in a situation with Connor. He's got to go play left wing. He goes over there and plays very well again. So I think, he's a trusted player. He plays a lot of minutes for us. For a guy coming out of the American Hockey League to play these type of minutes, him and Cave, that's a really good sign. And these guys have come in under pretty tough situations and really helped us win hockey games.
Ken, Leon has 12 goals his last 13 games. What's allowed him to find that offensive success in terms of putting the puck in the back of the net?
I quite frankly think it's his defensive play. I think he's in the right. I don't think he's chasing the game anymore. I think he's in the right place. He's deep and down low. I think his positional game has improved so much this year in the last 2 months. He's in the right spots a lot, and then his instincts can take over. But he's way more involved in the play. He's way closer to the action. He's way better for me at making little plays, and I think it just allows his natural skill to take over.